thinking back to the bullshit days. Don't regret the mistakes I made.
Alright, this is Jack Werner, Wowjack, Iceman trapping.
Man of many hats.
We're at Dorthea Dix. We're going to talk about some music, talk about what he's been up to the past couple of weeks, and yeah, just to get to know him before his project Bedford Baby drops next Friday.
Yes, sir. September 18th. Bedford Baby, the mixtape.
All right. So first, like, how are you? What you been up to these past couple of days?
I'm good. I started making music a little yesterday. I've been on like a dry spell, but I've had a lot of work, a lot of tests that I'm getting low grades in.
Cool.
I'm a student before everything. My dad sees this; he'll be proud of me. But yeah, it's been fun. It's just been kind of like with everything locked down. I've just been like in the apartment, trying to make the most of like staying inside, bonding with like my roommates and stuff.
That's fine. So I've known Jack since like freshman year of high school, and we were in a programming class, and he was always cooking up beats. So I've always known you as a producer. So when did you kind of make that transition, and you were like, I want to put vocals on? I want to try vocals.
I think the first time, well, so like back in high school, like I would make songs with like a lot of those kids, like Ethan, and Enoch and Neil, and like it was normally like a joke, like we were just kind of making it for fun. And the beats I was doing seriously, like on the side, like I was really grinding out beats and trying to network and like make some serious stuff and trying to make money too.
Yeah.
And so I've had this like ability to record, and like I've been comfortable recording for a while, but it was never like a skill that I actually was like trying to market and like use. And last year, my sophomore year of college, I took a music class at State, and the guy was just like, every week we just made a song, and he like was requiring that we would record stuff on it. I didn't have a choice. Yeah, so like I had to write lyrics, I had to start singing. Like I didn't like it at all, because I was like, I just want to be a producer. Like I'm taking this class to learn like technical skills, but it was good because I kind of learned about the song making process more. So my beats got better because I was like, oh, I'm not leaving enough space for the artist to like have his sound. So after that class is like when I started actually recording, and I wasn't gonna do anything with it until working with Curtis. Like when I would go over to Curtis's house, we would like be making beats, and he would be like, okay, now you record on it. And I was like, no, like I don't want to. He's like, no, you have to. Like get on the microphone, and like we would just mumble like absolute nonsense. And like I ended up showing him some of my stuff, and he was just kind of encouraging me to record more. And so honestly, I think the only reason this music really exists, and like this whole kind of process that I've started, is probably just quarantine. Like I was sitting in my house, and I was like, it's time to make art instead of just like playing Xbox all day.
Is that what kind of started the name for the project? Because Bedford is your neighborhood, right? And so you were just cooped up, and you were like, let's make
it. I mean, honestly, like this summer, everyone I feel like had kind of like introspection. Like it was really introspective time. Definitely. You just kind of sit there and think. And it was originally going to be called Friends, because the first song I made was called Friends. Then it was going to be called Super You, because the second song I made was Super You, and I was like, that's way cooler than Friends. And then I made Bedford Baby last, and I was like, this is it. Like this is like, it totally encapsulates everything. These songs are kind of a way for me to express, like not only to other people but to myself, like I can do it. Like I can do what I want to do.
Yeah. Do you think you enjoy, like now that you're officially like a beat maker and a like vocalist, I guess. So is there one that you prefer?
I'd say it's way easier recording and being like my own artist, because when I make beats for people, I have to kind of try to fit it with them, and it's more of like a back and forth, like a boxing match kind of. And I want them to like feel comfortable on the beat. There's kind of like a puzzle game. Like I have to make sure that their vision matches up with me and like what I envisioned for the beat. Whereas when I'm recording my own music,
it's just you can.
Yeah, like I'm like conducting everything, and like if I want to change it like completely, I can just completely change it. It's like it's all right in front of me.
Yeah. So this project is all produced, mostly you on the vocals, and then mixed by you as well?
Yeah, it was written, produced, recorded, mixed and mastered 100% by me. And then there's like a one verse feature from an artist named Meat.
Who shall remain anonymous.
For the time being.
One thing we were talking about before we started the camera was just about like the NC or like more like the 919 community in terms of music makers.
Yeah.
And like, what is it like being a part of that? Like, is it competitive? Is it friendly? Does it make you better? Worse?
It's definitely competitive, but not in like an antagonistic way. Mm-hmm. It's like everyone is encouraging each other to be the best that they can be. Like, if I send a beat to somebody and I'm like, it's pretty good, like it's good enough, like you can record on it, then everyone will be like, no, it's not good enough. Like make it perfect. Like they want to bring out the best in everyone. But it's definitely not like enemy competition. No one's stepping on people to get to the top. And if they are, then like they're kind of sabotaging themselves. Everyone is really friendly and supportive, and
I mean, there's so much talent that I feel like if you guys work together, it's a lot more beneficial to everyone.
Yeah,
because everyone like has the chops. I feel like
exactly.
Like if you compete too much, then it's going to be you're bringing each other down.
And it's like people are like, there's all these little circles of people like. That's why it was so cool to meet like Abel and Ping Ping this summer, because I had kind of started meeting the Lost Generation people, and I had worked with Curtis, and like I had sent beats to like Big Baby Gucci and like these guys in Charlotte, and like Ryan Temke, you know Ryan, right? Great dude, and I've been like hitting him up about music videos and like talking to him and about like all the guys he's working with, and it's like there's all these little circles all over the state. It was cool to like finally start like connecting with each one, because like they know each other, like, and there's certain relationships that don't exist, and it's like why not? Like let's all like work together. You know what I mean? Exactly. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Who are some of your favorite artists in the area?
Favorite artists in the area? This is a tough question. I don't want somebody to yell at me.
All of them.
Definitely, Curtis is one of the most creative people I've ever met in my life. Yeah. He's a genius. And he's been a genius for a long time. Working with him, it's contagious, and like it inspired me to go and like try to look into myself and be like, why am I not making stuff that I love? Like what pieces am I missing? One of the things he told me too is like you can't make good art if you're not having like experiences and going out and like
stuff to talk about. Yeah,
like you have to draw kind of like that. I think of it as like energy. Like if I'm sitting in the park with Aditya, like it's like an experience. Like I'm putting myself in like an uncomfortable situation, and like growing from that is it can allow me to express that in a song. It's like a weird moments where you're uncomfortable. You can like kind of analyze them in music.
Break them down.
You can be more comfortable.
And it can be therapeutic in that way too.
Oh yeah.
Also just like authentic. Like when you have real experiences, other people can like relate to real experiences.
Yeah, exactly. And like I don't want to sound like obviously it'd be great to get like a Future placement or like a Young Thug placement. Yeah. But it's more important for me to like sound like me. Like I kind of had to pivot from like sound like correct. Like there's not a correct.
Like this type beat to this type beat.
Yeah, I was like I don't need to like fit in. I want to be myself and like make stuff that I really like. And if people like it, then they like it.
Right. So is that what you kind of try to do with Bedford Baby? Like, is this your own sound? It's not a Young Thug type beat. It's not anything else.
It's definitely hard to like fit into a genre. It's not rap. Like I think a lot of people are expecting it to be like a rap tape just because I've been a rap producer for so long, like doing all this rap. But definitely not rap. I think Bedford Baby was probably the rappiest song on there. Most of it is singing weird alternative like computer sounds. Like one of the songs is inspired by Vampire Weekend.
Oh, I love Vampire.
So I was doing it, and like they all have guitar on it. Like I think every song has a guitar on it. I was just doing like Vampire Weekend type of stuff, and I recorded a song on it. But it still has like the auto tune, like the at home, like it feels like me, if that makes sense. One of the songs is like inspired by 100 Gex, but it's not like as whack and crazy. It's like
but you're still drawing inspirations, but you're like taking like, the Vampire Weekend kind of guitar sound and putting auto tune on it.
Yeah.
When you first started popping on the mic, was it weird like mixing your own vocals and like? I feel like usually you're like catering a beat to someone else. Was it weird to have your own sound on there, or was it more natural?
It was weird, like saying stuff. Like people haven't heard my voice in like a serious context. Like I've never made music before, so it was weird, like saying things that like seem really simpy, and like I'm just trying to make music. Like I'm just saying whatever I think it sounds good,
Right.
but it's like when people hear this, like what are they gonna think? And part of that is just me, like I don't really care. Like you have to, at some point, you just have to kind of disconnect yourself, and just be like, it sounds good, and I believe in it, and I love it.
Yeah.
So like even if it sounds weird, I'm still gonna let it out. And that's why, like, honestly, I was really nervous to drop Bedford Baby, like the single, because I was like,
It's your kind of first time.
yeah, it's like you can't like just undrop a song. Like now I like make music. Like now I'm like an artist, you know what I mean? And like kind of realizing that and getting comfortable with that is definitely like a learning process. And like
that spotlight on you.
Yeah, and learning like how is Wowjack different than Jack, or different than Iceman, or like different than I've been in the past. Like, and I honestly feel like Wowjack is way more authentic and way more like similar to who I really am than Iceman was. Because Iceman, like I said, like the whole time I was trying to make like trap beats. Basically, I was trying to be like a producer and work with people like Future and all like I love Future. He's probably like one of my favorite artists.
Yeah,
but I keep using him as an example, but. Now it's more just like I can just kind of like get sounds out of my head, and and I can, like, I listen to my own music sometimes just because I'm like, I relate to this. like this works for me, you know?
What type of playlist do you like? If Bedford Baby did land on some, which ones would you?
The mixtape?
Yeah, which one do you think it would? Land on? Like there's like anti-pop.
Definitely
pop,
somewhere in like the bedroom pop, anti-pop kind of area. Each of the songs kind of has its own niche, if that makes sense. Like for that Vampire Weekend one, it doesn't sound anything like Vampire Weekend, but like when you hear it, you'll probably be like, oh, I see what he was saying. Okay. It's called Super You. It's my favorite one. Bedford Baby was not my favorite song. I think Super You is the best one.
What made you drop Bedford over Super You then?
It was more like
fitting,
familiar.
Okay.
It wasn't as weird and experimental, so like people can like be like, oh, like I see what he was doing here. Like honestly, I thought it was like Roxanne, like the Arizona Reservist song.
Yeah.
It was like, that's how I marketed it, like in Spotify and stuff.
All right, what else do you want the people to know about the project, or what you have planned out for the project, or anything about you?
I definitely want people to know that like this is like me kind of like setting the bar for myself. Like I'm kind of challenging myself to be better than this. I really do believe in them and I like them a lot, but I'm not releasing this like thinking, oh, these are going to be like #1 hits. Like everyone's going to love this. Like, no, it's really, I do like want people to like it and I do want people to listen to it, but it's really I would say it's for me. It's for me about like, I know I just said challenging myself to be better, but it's like, this is what I'm capable of, and I'm going to keep working and like bring people in and like watch like me, like it's kind of like a race. Like I'm racing myself to who knows where, and this is like the first step. Like
you gotta put this
like
out,
this is like, yeah, like where's he gonna go after this? It's like, yes, I do love these songs, but I know I can do way better, and like the more I work and the more people support me and like cheer me on, like the better I'm gonna be.
Yeah. So this is Wowjack, his new project, Bedford Baby, the mixtape, will be out September 18th.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's a wrap.
Word.
Good shit. Fun.
Thinking back to the bullshit days, I regret the mistakes I made.